To see the latest cars and trucks before they hit the showroom floor? Well, you're in luck. It's time for the annual Detroit Auto Show.
That's right. And this year, automakers are pulling out all the stops, including a flying car. Yep, you heard it right. A flying car. Think the Jetsons, maybe. But for more, we want to bring in our panel. The car coach, NewsMax columnist Lauren Fix, and the host of the What's Bugging Me podcast, Dennis Neal. All right, Laura, you are actually out there. Tell us what it looks like. Tell us what's going on, and tell us about this flying car.
Well, this is weird because it doesn't have wings. So if you remember the Jetsons, they used to have those little pods. It kind of looks like the Jetsons, except it's kind of car-shaped at the same time. It's an electric vehicle. There are 12 prototypes. It goes 200 miles of range. I'm really thinking electric flying and kind of scary. It's all made of carbon fiber, so it's very lightweight. There are some issues besides the fact there are no wings, and the FAA is going to mandate that you have a pilot's license, which is not easy to get and does require quite a bit of time and money, unless you're going with like an ultralight. But this thing, it's not the problem getting up. I think it's the landing or the potential falling that might concern people. You know, just those feel things. They claim it's going to start around $35,000. So
that's it.
We'll see.
It?
I mean,
wow.
Well,
cheaper than an EV.
It sounds like a grown-up toy.
Give me an
like
EV.
A toy.
Give me a flying car. It's funny you say that, Laura. I have a friend that says he is not afraid of flying. He is afraid of not flying. So, and Dennis, I can't imagine.
Or other people.
Yeah, exactly. I can't imagine, Dennis, in any major populated area that anything could go wrong.
Right.
With flying cars.
You know, when I was the managing editor of Forbes back in '07, we had a guy in Tokyo who covered the industry, and he was obsessed with this idea of a flying car. And it's the ultimate boy toy, and we always come around this, and Detroit shows this stuff, and I'm just thinking, it's never gonna happen, okay? Not for the next 10 years, not the next 20 years, but it's fun. And also, if you are gonna do a concept car, can you at least make it a little better looking?
Yeah, that is the ugliest thing I've ever seen.
Like a flying tissue.
The flying thing.
Like a flying tissue box.
It was a giant flying iPhone with a bubble on top. It was, yeah.
iPhone 16 coming soon.
Yeah.
Yes. We
just do a better job of making real cars.
That is the ugliest thing I've ever seen.
Really mattress.
A flying tissue box.
It's just really ugly. At least
I'll tell you,
cool, man.
I'll tell you what, George Jetson would not have bought that.
No,
it would be much sleeker. Yeah.
Nor would
even Astro wouldn't have bought that. And he's a dog.
Astro. All right, getting a little off track. Let's get back to the auto show. Of course, such a big deal in Detroit. Let's circle back. All right, and also, Dennis, I'm going to say it's not just a boy toy. I would like a flying car at some point too. All right, what is the biggest trend you're seeing out there? Is it EV central or something else?
Well, I think you see a lot of electric vehicles, but as we are seeing, as I've been saying for the last 10 years and taking a lot of heat for it, electric vehicles are not going to be mainstream. People realize that there are some issues besides the charging and the additional fees and the higher insurance rates. What we're seeing is a mixture of things. Remember, you got Stellantis by the end of the year, they're building the Demon 170. It's going to have over 1,000 horsepower. So you'll see that there, as well as the Mustang GTD, which is, again, an 800 horsepower carbon fiber car that is another boy's toy, or in my case, a girl toy, because I'm planning to buy one. But these are, you're going to see a mixture of things. And I think as we've been pushing back, those that want electric cars should be able to buy them. And there's some fabulous vehicles there, including the Kia EV9. The North American Car and Truck of the Year Awards did their best of 2024. And those are some of the vehicles that were on the list.
You know, if I could ask you a question, I know that Tesla's shunned by the Democrat Party and the Biden administration because it doesn't have union workers, but does Tesla have much of a presence there at the Detroit Auto Show, or is it a pariah?
I would say that the Tesla's more of a pariah. I mean, you've been in the auto industry as well. So, you know, this is sort of like he's shunned because of the fact that when you look at the auto industry and the jobs that it brings to the U.S., not that he doesn't do that as well, he sells it like a tech business. There's no dealerships. If you've got a problem, you have to call. Oh, well, we'll send someone out. It'll take 2 weeks, and you don't get a loaner car. You get an Uber card, which sort of frustrates people. He does have the fast charging, but now that's being shared with the others. So this is not, they don't really like Tesla, but they're working with him, and they see that he does have some benefits to the industry.
All right, Lauren Fix, thank you very much. And Dennis, before we go, your thoughts on EVs, because it seems like the administration makes it sound like once you get an EV, the world changes, you're totally committed, and once the world goes that direction, they're never going back. But from my observation, most people who have EVs, you got to keep the gas-powered car. And then some people get rid of the EV. I'm not saying that there's not a place for it, but it's not the utopian answer that they try to make it out to be.
What interests me is we thought that the EV, when it came out and Tesla beat everybody else to market really with the best models, I thought, well, it's because of the global climate change thing. But no, it turns out it's just a great car and people love driving it, and it's going to be an option. And the future, it's like mixed martial arts. It's not kung fu or karate. It's a mix of all things, and it's going to be the same with green technology and hybrid technology and gas-powered cars. And what tells me there's a problem with EVs is the fact that we've got California and I think New Jersey wanting to force entire fleets over to all electric by 2035. You're messing up the market, and if you have to order by government to do it, it means it's not good enough for it to win on its own by customer demand.
By the way, there's a lot of competition out there for Tesla now. I mean, there are a lot of other people have good-looking...
But its share remains at 60%. It's got the top-selling model car of any kind, gas or
but it
EV
used to be 90%
in the entire world.
Right.
Well,
and then it's going to be 40%.
But it's 60%.
Going to be 33%.
But it's 60% of a much huge, bigger market. I own the
I'm
shares,
not saying they're
by the way.
going out of business.
I'm way underwater. I bought the shares at a high, but I do own them, by the way, a small amount by comparison for what you can afford. But yeah.
Yeah.